Welcome to the Rugby Obsession Deep Dive. It is Monday, January 19th, 2026. And, well, if you've been tracking the headlines at all, you know we are in the middle of a massive shift in the rugby world.
Oh, absolutely. A huge one.
You have this power vacuum in New Zealand after Scott Robertson was sacked, and the shockwaves are definitely being felt in South Africa.
It's a really fascinating moment. We're not just talking about a coaching change here. This feels bigger.
How so?
It feels like a battle for the intellectual property of the game itself.
That is a great way to put it. We have so much to get into. The rumors, the memes, everything. But before we really dive in, I have to mention this right at the top. If you want to stay ahead of these global rugby stories and really understand what's happening behind the scenes, please hit that subscribe button for Rugby Obsession right now. It's the best way to make sure you never miss a deep dive like this one.
So our mission today is really to unpack the fallout from the chaos in New Zealand, but we're going to do it through the lens of South Africa's response. Specifically, how Rassie Erasmus used a very modern and unconventional way to confirm the future of his attack coach, Tony Brown.
Let's start with the context then, because without it, the meme just doesn't hit right.
Right.
The trigger event is New Zealand Rugby and ZR sacking Scott Robertson. And, usually the conversation is about who comes in.
Mm-hmm.
But this time, it immediately flipped to who New Zealand could sort of extract from other teams.
Exactly. And you've had pundits like Matt Williams calling the whole situation a mess.
A mess, yeah.
And then All Blacks legend Justin Marshall used the word rot to describe the culture. When you have that kind of instability, you look for a savior.
And the name on everyone's lips was Tony Brown.
Of course.
Now, help us understand the stakes here, because attack guru gets thrown around a lot. Why was there a genuine panic in South Africa that he might leave?
It's not just that he's a Kiwi or that he's winning. It's the way he coaches. Tony Brown is the architect of what you could call organized chaos.
Organized chaos. I like that.
Yeah, if you watch the Springboks, you see this hyper-flat attack line. They take the ball so close to the gain line.
Which puts huge pressure on the defense.
Massive pressure. But it's also high risk, high skill. Brown empowers players to make split-second decisions, not just follow a script.
So losing him isn't just losing a coach?
No. It's losing the blueprints to the most innovative attack in world rugby right now. That's why New Zealand wanted him, and that's why South Africa was so terrified of losing him.
Okay, that makes perfect sense. But there was another layer to it, right? It wasn't just Tony come home.
Yeah.
It was Tony come home and work with your best mate.
The Jamie Joseph connection. This is absolutely crucial. You cannot overstate their bond.
They're seen as a package deal.
They're like the Holy Grail partnership for so many. You just have to look back at what they did with Japan. They didn't just coach the team.
They changed its entire identity.
Fundamentally, they turned them into giant killers.
Mm-hmm.
And Brown stayed incredibly loyal to Joseph through all of that.
So the narrative was set. Jamie Joseph is the front runner to replace Robertson, so obviously Brown breaks his contract to rejoin his mentor.
It was the third-time lucky story.
What do you mean?
Well, NZR had already tried to hire Brown twice before, and he'd said no both times.
Right.
So the thinking was, surely he wouldn't say no to Jamie Joseph.
You had this perfect storm. Home, loyalty, the savior narrative. It's a potent mix.
In any normal situation, this would drag on for weeks. You'd get no comment from agents, leaks to the press.
But Rassie Erasmus doesn't do normal.
He really, really doesn't.
So Saturday evening, January 17th, the rumors are at a fever pitch. And Rassie goes on X. And he doesn't post a statement. He posts a meme. A meme from The Wolf of Wall Street.
The famous "I'm not leaving" scene, it's iconic.
Just picture it. Leonardo DiCaprio yelling into the mic, but it's Tony Brown's face, kind of badly photoshopped onto his head.
It's amazing.
And the caption just says, "I'm not leaving."
And Rassie's own text with it was, "Today's a great day, sleep Lekka."
I want to pause on sleep Lekka for a second. That's not just have a good night. That's a cultural signal, isn't it?
Oh, it's a huge signal. Lekka is African slang for, good, nice, amazing. It's the ultimate South African vibe check.
So who is he talking to there?
He's not talking to the media in New Zealand. He's talking directly to the South African fans in their own language. He's saying, we're relaxed, we're good, we're in this together.
It's brilliant. And then he doubles down with an AI video of the same scene.
Yeah, with the caption, some more confirmation. Sleep, dream, and wake up with a smile. Content. Yeah. It is a masterclass.
But is it? Let me just play devil's advocate. This is the head coach of the world champions. Isn't posting memes a bit I don't know, unprofessional.
I think 10 years ago you'd be absolutely right. It would have been seen as amateur. But look at the result.
It worked.
It killed the speculation instantly. A press release can be interpreted. A meme is emotional. It uses humor to diffuse the entire situation.
So he turns a potential crisis into a culture-building moment.
Precisely. He's laughing at the rumors, and that creates an us against the world mentality inside that camp. It says the outside noise is just entertainment.
Okay, so the vibes are great, but memes don't hold up in court. What about the actual paperwork? Could he have actually left?
Well, technically any contract can be bought out. But the real story is in the timeline. We know Tony Brown is contracted through the 2027 World Cup.
Right.
But the deeper context is Rassie's own deal. He's signed until 2031.
2031, which is just, it's an eternity in professional sport.
It's a dynasty play. And the reports suggest that his one condition for signing that long-term deal was that he wanted all of his assistants, including Brown, to extend until 2031 with him.
Wow.
So when you see that meme and the confidence of mind, I don't think he's just talking about 2027.
You think the 2031 deal is already done?
I think the pen might have already hit the paper. You don't mock the rumors like that if you're in the middle of negotiating an exit.
That's a key insight. You only post the meme when the ink is dry. Okay, let's just take a quick breath here. We are breaking down the power moves of rugby's biggest nations, and if you're enjoying this, if you like getting past the headlines, make sure to subscribe to Rugby Obsession. You don't want to miss these breakdowns.
So if we connect this all back, what you have is a tale of two rugby nations.
And they seem to be moving in completely opposite directions.
Totally. In South Africa, you've got this 2031 vision, stability. Brian Habana is calling the team phenomenal. The coaching staff seems genuinely happy.
And in New Zealand,
Chaos.
rot.
A mess. And this is where it becomes a pretty easy decision for Tony Brown, I think.
Even with the Jamie Joseph pull.
Look at it objectively. Do you leave a setup where you have total creative freedom, you're winning, and your boss protects you with memes?
To go into what's basically a burning building.
Even if it's your childhood home. Brown said it himself in 2024, something like, one day maybe I'll coach the All Blacks. I don't know. I just want to be part of this setup in the Springboks for the next 4 years. Use the word joy.
Joy. You don't hear that word a lot in pro sports.
And that is their competitive advantage right now. While New Zealand is trying to stop the leaks and figure out its identity, the Springboks are just refining what already works.
It's a scary thought for everyone else, but I do want to ask you about the what if.
Go for it.
Let's fast forward. Say Jamie Joseph does get the All Blacks job. He stabilizes things. The third time lucky narrative failed now. But what about in 2028? Does the pull of his old mentor eventually win out?
It's possible. But by then, Brown's legacy might be so tied to the Springboks that it's too late. And you have to remember, Rassie knows what he has. An All Blacks legend said the Bulks would be stupid to ever let Brown go. Rassie is not going to open that door.
It really feels like he's playing chess while everyone's been playing checkers.
Or maybe he's just scrolling X while everyone else is writing press releases.
I think it's a bit of both. So I want to turn this over to you, the listener. What do you actually think of Rassie's management style? Is the Wolf of Wall Street meme a stroke of genius, or is it, too informal? And have the Bucks lock down the best attack coach for the next decade?
Yeah, I'm really curious if people think this is the future of sports management. More social media, more direct communication.
I hope so. It makes things way more interesting. Let us know what you think on the platform. We love reading through the comments on the whole meme versus professionalism debate.
So to sum up, the attack guru, he isn't going anywhere. Rassie Erasmus used humor to shield his team, and the Springboks just keep building on that stable foundation while their biggest rivals are, well, in a rebuilding phase.
This weekend might be more than just a funny internet moment. It could be the moment the gap between those two nations just got a whole lot wider.
It's very possible. Stability is the currency of champions.
So here's a final thought for you to chew on. With Erasmus locked in until 2031 and his key staff apparently staying with him, are we looking at a new dynasty? Are we entering an era of total Springbok dominance that could overshadow everything we've seen before?
That is the big question. If they keep that core group together for that long, history suggests they might just be unstoppable.
And on that bombshell, we will wrap it up. A huge thank you for joining us on this deep dive. If you enjoyed it, please, one last time, make sure to subscribe to Rugby Obsession.
Absolutely. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for listening to the Rugby Obsession Deep Dive, and we'll look forward to you listening to our next episode.